Starting right now in October and all the way through the winter, about January, February, is the best time to buy in Northwest Arkansas. Today we're covering all those details. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the terrible state also known as Illinois, the worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Boulder, Golden, Colorado Springs, Boise, Salt Lake City, over on the East Coast near Tennessee, all the different areas over there, but I chose Northwest Arkansas, and by far it is the best place to live in America, by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, call me, text me, let's meet up for coffee and talk about why I chose here versus, again, anywhere else in America. So without further ado, let's jump right into the content. Alright, and the first thing we need to cover, and kind of the elephant in the room if you've been paying attention to the markets at all, interest rates have been dropping rapidly. So obviously if a year ago interest rates were hovering around the 7 mark, maybe a little higher to some extent, but now they're definitely hitting the bottom of 6s, and I've seen a couple of the high 5s. So we are definitely getting into territory of more, I would say, acceptableness. They say that the average person is willing to accept a 5.5 interest rate. That's the generalness. So once it gets close to there, it's really going to turn the fire up on the market. So here's my prediction, is that with interest rates dropping and the fact that we're going into a slower season, oftentimes in most places of America, if you can move in the next 2 to 3 to 4 months, now is the time to buy. We're going to cover some of those details in a second, but regardless of all those things, you probably notice the interest rates dropping. When those interest rates continue to drop, it's going to turn the fire up a little bit on a lot of the buyers as well as sellers in the area. People that have been holding on for their interest rates, their 3 or 4 interest rate for the last couple of years, they're fine going to the 5s now. They're going to be selling, and it's kind of a little, in some fashion, a little bit of a desperate sell. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. But regardless, they're going to want to be moving and shuffling around a lot more this winter time than other times in the past. Whoa, 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 whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to come down here. Maybe you're looking to check out the area. I have 3-day itineraries, day by day, city by city, restaurant by restaurant, activity by activity, all for you to download. All the links are below. So maybe you're a venturer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is, I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. It sounds exactly what it is, literally. It's Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below: name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below, and I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? When is First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? What's going on in downtown Springdale? What's in Rogers? What's at the Walmart Amphitheater? What new business are moving here? So many things all the time. All the time. Enter your name below. Enter your email below. I make sure you get that email every single Friday. But I need you to be aware, a little bit aware. You will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the second thing we need to cover here in Northwest Arkansas as we go into this kind of fall-winter market is that the time on market is getting longer. I've been showing obviously a lot more properties that have been in 30, 40, 50, 60-day time frames. And so what we're being able to do now is actually negotiate quite a bit down versus if they would have been listed, 5-6 months ago. So one thing you'll be noticing is once you start getting, if they don't go off the market in like about, a week or so, oftentimes they're going to sit for a little bit longer, sometimes 2, 3, 4 weeks, sometimes even longer. So say you're coming to the area and you're looking to move here, maybe you're deciding whether to rent or buy. If you can snag a really good deal that's been on the market for 30 to 45 days in Northwest Arkansas, you're going to be doing very good for yourself. You can oftentimes start, in my opinion, if they've been on the market for 45 days, you can start about, $15,000, $20,000 under market, under what they're asking for. Depends on the price, of course. But regardless, there's going to be some negotiation happening in that time frame. It gets especially good when they just have not done a price reduction. So if you caught them at the right time, 45 days, no price reduction, I would say sneak in about, it depends on the price, of course, sneak in $15,000, $20,000 under asking and see what happens. Even last year in 2023, I had a lot of people move to the area to snag some really good deals that they bought in November, closed in December, that they obviously purchased in October. But the nice thing is they were able to snag those deals and had instant equity, even though the fact that they just bought at their proper time, not the seller's proper time. So if you're coming to move here, keep that in mind, is when you're coming here, this is going to be a buyer's market here very shortly. And the third thing I want to mention when it comes to especially being a buyer's market, as interest rates drop, that means you're going to be able to afford more or put you in a different price bracket when it comes to prices. There's going to be a time frame in the next probably 3 months where most sellers aren't going to be able to argue for a price increase because of the fact of this interest rate drop. So usually what's going to happen is that basically there's going to be a price increase for sure in the April, May, June market. There's going to be a lower interest rate. There's going to be definitely a tightening of the market because so many people are moving here and people need to get in their schools. So there's going to be definitely a higher cut price point in those areas. Between now and usually January, February, you're going to have a kind of a average price point, but you're going to snag a lower price point with a lower interest rate. So keep that in mind, is you're going to be in a position where you can then reduce your interest rate, get a lower price in the home, and then have instant equity, especially when you buy in the next couple months, and then get over into basically the April, May, June, July market in this upcoming 2025 season. So keep that in mind, is that if you're looking to move here and you want to pull the trigger, this is going to be the best time frame to get almost instant equity and have a good interest rate, and then have another more equity build up in the next 3 to 4 months away from that February market. So keep that in mind. This is a very good prime time to buy. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you have not been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is, literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. If you want a 120-page guide of like city by city, all the things, the stats, the populations, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, comes with a 120-page guide that I created myself. It comes with my 3-day itineraries. It comes with, okay, hold on for this. It comes with my Northwest Arkansas coloring book. Yes, you heard it right here, folks. Ta-da! Walmart Museum. We all have got to draw the Walmart Museum. So many cool things. Anyways, comes with all sorts of really cool things. Literally a package shipped right to your home. Right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Where's this package going to? All the information will come right to your house. But a little bit of side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike. I know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite 4-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some home for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar would go or Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, see you next one.